Hey everybody, welcome back to the Come On Jen. Today I'm going to show you around my kitchen. I've had a lot of people ask about what my kitchen's like having a wood-fired cook stove. So I'm going to show you. This is the Obadiah 2000 by Heco that was flown in last February of 22. This thing is a beast in more ways than one. Excuse the top, it's a little dirty. I gotta scrub it down a little bit. Bacon and eggs being cooked this morning kind of spit it all over the place, and I like to get it a little cooler than it is right now before I start cleaning it. This stove does have the warming shelf, and I keep a coffee kettle up there, or tea kettle, whatever you want to call it, to keep it warm at all times. So when I need hot chocolate or coffee, or Sarah needs hot chocolate or coffee, we just set it onto the stove and away it goes. Now this one here, unlike some of the Heco stoves like the 420 and the 520, this one here has double glass doors, and instead of the oven door folding down, it actually opens up. And you can see it is quite large. I will not have a problem putting the turkey in there. Don't know if you could hear that. It went as it vacuums itself down from the heat. Below that is the clean out for around the oven. Every so often you need to let the stove cool down, take that off and open up the gate that's in there and reach in with the hook and pull out any debris. Same thing goes for that little disc there, and it just keeps it clean, keeps it working properly. Over here we have the ash clean out. Unfortunately, when we got the stove, I did break the handle, so I have to order a new handle. Then you have the secondary air intake right here, and you can adjust it up and down. I keep it right there during the day, and it keeps a really nice fire going in there. The house is currently around 73 degrees, which is a little bit too warm for my taste, but the firebox in this is ginormous. I can fit some really big rounds in there. Now, to make this work as an oven versus a heating stove or just a cooktop, inside there's a flap right about here that when you're just operating the stove as a stove or just for a hot top, it's flat like this. Now when I want to bake something, I come over here and I pull that lever out. What it does is that flap that was in there like this is now like standing up like this. So it closes off that area. So now what it's doing is it's forcing all the heat to come under the stove, up, and then over to here and then out. Therefore, it makes the oven warm more evenly. I don't have to rotate things in this oven at all to make sure they get cooked on all sides. I just slap it in like a regular oven and away it goes. Currently the temperature in the oven is around 450. It's because we have the stove running pretty warm because we are melting snow for water. And how do we do that? By using these. This is a 22-gallon reserve that just sits on the back of the stove. It is bolted down. And inside, as you can see, there's water. Got to put more in there. Over on this side, you can see this is the out for the water. Actually, in this one here, I changed it. Turn it down, the water flows out. Lift it back up when you're down. Both sides do have the capability of having a valve on them. Why? Because on this stove, I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. Hi, Zuby. Over here, buddy. Come on. Good boy. There's a disc here and a disc here that are knockouts. What happens is you can buy either a 12 or 24-inch fire tube that you go from the inside and insert it through. And then you can hook up plumbing to go here in here, and it creates a thermal siphon to heat the water. So basically you put all cold water in here, and it goes down into fire, comes back up on one side or the other as being warmed up, and that's how you can make hot water. Or you can take the 24-inch tube, which is what we have, and have it in there and have it plumbed to a hot water tank. Or like what we're going to do is underneath the house is the crawl space where our water tank is at. We're going to be adding a second tank, so we have around 400 gallons down there instead of 200. And we're going to try to take the hot water that comes out of here and then put it down into the area of the crawl space where the tank is to help keep it from freezing in the wintertime. Now this here is your hot air regulator. Comes down here. You see if I open it up, it goes up and down. And here's your damper. And it just comes up. We have a telescoping single wall pipe here. Y ways to heat. We can keep all the heat in here as much as possible. Goes up to a T. I'm going to be changing this summer. I'm going to try to get rid of this section of pipe here and bring it a little closer and move the stove over a little bit. And then what we do now is we take this cap off the T intersection after the stove is cooled, and we run the chimney sweep up. All flows down onto the floor. Of course, we don't want it on the floor, so we have a big tarp. That catches it all. And I just undo a couple screws on the pipe here, remove the pipe, and clean that out as well. It takes maybe about 15 minutes. It takes longer for the stove to cool down and heat back up than doing the whole process. So far, it's worked really well. You can see, everybody knows I love my cast iron. Jim, Heather, thank you for the walk. We love it. But that is the Obadiah 2000. Hopefully I can find the videos to add in of when it was delivered, because it was actually flown in. But that's another story for itself. I hope you enjoyed the short video, and we look forward to sharing more of the home with you. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.